What do you do, my gente? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. I pray and hope you have a wonderful day today. I wish nothing but the best to you and your loved ones. With this being said, man, let's get to the video. But before we do this, don't forget to subscribe, to like the video, to comment on my video. Wow, I highly appreciate it. For those who've been supporting the channel, muchas gracias. I do appreciate it, man. We're getting there. And again, man, we're trying to keep it 100 with you guys. Oh, that line, we just trying to get you guys see what we do on our lives, man. You see how we conduct. You saw what's up with my life, where I'm at, the family and everything, which that's what life should be about. But with this being said, let's go and talk about this one topic that I want to bring up to you guys, and it's gonna be on SPM. I'm not gonna talk about charges, none of that stuff. I'm gonna talk about a different thing. Him going to board on October. And what he's supposed to expect, what is gonna happen, what I believe is gonna happen, and I'm just gonna give you a little rundown of what to expect on a parole board. I can only speak from California, but most likely most of the states are gonna go by the same guidelines, and we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see if he is is given a parole or not. So as for California, when we go to parole board, lifers, non-lifers, man, you're supposed to have like a packet, in the sense that you're gonna type in all the work that you did, in the sense that you have to have like an insight letter, impact statement. And let me tell you what insight letter is. An insight letter will be a story, basically like a story of your life from when you're a little kid, your parents, you know, and you're gonna go from a young kid growing up, and you're gonna point out different things that happened in your life that impacted your life and caused a character defect or caused you to think a certain way, and basically that was influential for you to, at the end of the day, committing your crime. That's something very important that you have to do when you go to board. The impact statement. You have to understand the impact of your crime, who got affected, take responsibility, describe what actually happened in your crime to a certain point, you know, but actually saying, you know what, I understand what happened, I take full responsibility on my actions, and you're gonna name every people who got affected and address them. Now, there's always gonna be once you understand your insight letter, you're gonna come up with your character defects. Anger, you're immature, impulsive, and stuff like that. You know, callous, and all that stuff. So now you have to come up with something to replace your character defects. You have to come up with something that basically those character defects made you, or were factors when you committed your crime. So what are you gonna do to overcome those and change them for positive things? You know, especially mature, the opposite, impulsivity, somebody who thinks before acting and stuff like that. So you have to come up with different tools. You know, that's just having a plan. And you have to actually say how you implement those tools in your daily life, right? Because they're gonna ask you about that. Another thing that when you go to board is that they're gonna ask you for responsibility, which in this case, this is where SPM has a chance of not going home. Reason, because he don't take responsibility of his crime, you know. Whatever the case might be that he's throwing out there, it just not taking responsibility. And I have seen people being denied, and I'm just gonna put a couple examples, man, in the sense that you know, when you get locked up for the crime of another person, you were falsely accused of maybe unaliving some person, you know, or somebody planted evidence, and it's legit, right? It's legit. And if you're gonna go to board, And even though you know deep inside you that it was not you, man, when you go to board, it's about taking responsibility for your actions and becoming a changed man, right? So when you go to board and say, hey man, by the way, I didn't do it, or even if you don't want to speak on your case because you're saying, you know, my case is under it's under review because of the I'm gonna appeal it. If you don't share your thoughts on it, take responsibility, they will deny you every single time. I haven't met somebody who went to board and actually got granted in the sense that they denied their participation in the crime. But I know of people who were actually innocent according to them, and they went into board and took responsibility and they were let go. I know of people that actually were innocent and went to board and say that they were innocent and they got denied. So that's what I know. And as for SPM, I think this is gonna be his the thing that's gonna affect him straight up. Again, I don't know to which extent the Texas parole board is gonna stress on this, because I have seen it on the Nevada parole board when it came down to O.J. Simpson. I paid attention to his hearing, in the sense I was trying to get some knowledge, you know. And this guy, at no given time, he took responsibility for his actions. You know, he did not take responsibility for his actions, but sure enough, they did grant him parole board. They grant him his parole, right? So it could be different. Again, at O.J. Simpson, maybe it was a different case in the sense that they threw a book on him because of his past, and maybe they want to give him a break. But again, in California, if you don't take responsibility for your case and basically say I did it, and be like, you know what, this is what I have learned from this. I was a monster back then, not thinking right, doing whatever I care, doing my beliefs or whatever. If you don't say that, man, you will be denied every time, guaranteed. So if Texas is like California, Mr. SPM will not be coming home on October. I can stamp that, guaranteed, man. It's about having remorse and take responsibility of your actions, straight up. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. No matter if you're innocent or guilty, that's where you have to go. That's when you have to go and present and show to board that you're remorseful and you have learned from your mistakes, that you are in fact a changed man, and you take responsibility for everything you have ever caused, understand and address every person you had affected in your life, you know. So with this being said, man, hopefully you like this video that I'm throwing out there. Something different, you know, something for the mind, something to learn, something to learn. So with this being said, man, that's it. I'm gonna end this video. Don't forget to hit to comment and tell me what you think.